So you know your life all the way through, right?
Totally, totally.
Why worry about it?
And so I think to myself now, when you think about it, if I could have planned my life, would I have planned what happened to me? Not a hope in hell. Okay? So I didn't plan my life. I mean, I thought when I was a little kid that I wanted to be a dancer on the stage, a singer like my daughter Victoria. That was me. And as those of you who've read the book know, I used to dance on the apartment steps for the guys in the pub across the street, and I'd do a little tap dance and I'd pretend to sing, because that was my dream. I wanted to be a singer, dancer on the stage somewhere, right? And then I became an adolescent, and I thought, I was going to be a normal teenager. I was looking forward to dating and all the wonderful things that would happen, falling in love with a guy, thinking about romance and all of this. These were my plans. This is what I expected I'd be able to do. Somebody else was making other plans. My father. Okay, he had other plans for me. And if he didn't have other plans for me, we wouldn't even be having this night here. Because that book would never have been written, right? So it's interesting, life is what happens when you're making other plans, right? And as bad as it is, it's turned out good. I'm not unhappy about any of that. I'm unhappy about the past, but the past is the past and I can't change it. It's happened, it's done, it's gone, okay? All I can do is move on and take what happened and make the most of it. I'm happy to say I think that's what I've done, and it's good, and I love that, okay? So, life is what happens when you're making other plans. There it goes. Even the book was never planned. I planned to write a book, not that book.
Yeah.
But actually, even the way it came about wasn't planned. When you think about it, if you saw the video on CH, that was totally a shock. You know, sitting there one night, having dinner with the family, talking about the prevalence of sexual abuse on the news. You hear it everywhere. And all of a sudden, I was spilling out my guts. 45 years of keeping it like this. And I'm telling the story. And there's poor old John, whose birthday it is today, listening to this.
You're a saint.
I'm putting his head, yes, you're a saint, putting his head down like this and saying,
Somebody that doesn't believe in God.
could this happen, you know? And it was just like one of those things. That wasn't planned. But as a result of that dinner, the book came about. Because the kids said to me, Mom, you've got to write about this. Because you can make your life, you're not alone. Because growing up, I felt like no one else but me was having this experience. Right, Lisa? Right, Mary? We were the only ones that this was happening to. That's how you feel. And then you find out, oh no, as my book says at the back, 1 in 3 girls, 1 in 5 boys, sexually abused by the age of 18. It's horrid, okay? And what do they say? 90% of them know their abusers.
Yeah.
30 to 40% are a member of the family. 9% are fathers, biological fathers. I think you're kidding. I was far from alone. There were many, many like me. Did this book have to be written? You bet your life it did. Did it ever have to be written? The kids were right. I needed to write this, and people need to be reading it. And I'm so glad that so many are, and they're talking about it, because it needs to be.